your principal, Mr. Rich Appel, with the Middle School Principal of the Year Award in the state of Wisconsin. I want to talk to you a little bit about your principal and what he has gone through with getting this great honor in the state of Wisconsin. There's lots of middle school principals out there, but you have the one and only, the one that is at the top of the list this year. So you should be very proud of him. Nominations for this honor were solicited statewide back in the fall. And letters of recommendation have to accompany these applications. I'm going to talk a little bit about what some of those said. I'm also going to talk a little bit about what your middle school principal values, because I think that's really important. It's a lot to do with all of you. Now, all of these applications had to go through a panel of judges, all from the state of Wisconsin, but they were superintendents, they were teachers, fellow principals, and parents that looked at all of the paperwork for all of the applicants for this job, or for this honor, excuse me. And he was the one who came out on top. That says a lot about our middle school principal. I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the things that are important to your principal. He had to write a little bit about what the three most significant accomplishments were for him as your principal. And there were three of them. The first one reads, the preparation of students for success in the classroom and life through a balanced emphasis approach towards academic and social opportunities to succeed. That's a mouthful. But he also goes on to talk about the people that do what I just talked about. And that's your teachers. Hiring and retaining amazing staff that understands you, students, and the gifts that you bring to school every single day. And then third, he takes the initiative to get to know all of your students on a one-to-one level. Get to know your names, and get to know who you are, so that he knows what kind of great successes and gifts you can bring to your school and your community. I'll read a little bit about what he had said further about you. He says, students all have gifts, and it's our duties as educators to find them and provide opportunities for students to share with others. Obstacles do occur for many students during this journey, so we must provide the ways to assist in this process. Does that describe your principal? Other people wrote some nice things too. Mr. Appel is committed to our students' academic and social growth development, and his decisions are focused on those goals. In one outstanding example of this focus a few years ago, he had the goal of improving student achievement in reading. While other schools have carved out additional time for reading instruction by cutting out things like art and music, and FIED, and other academic areas, Mr. Appel realized the importance of all of those things for his students. And so, with input from his staff, Mr. Appel creatively put together a schedule that not only increased time for reading instruction, but also preserved the quality of instruction in all other areas. His commitment to education and development of the whole child is evident in other ways as well. Mr. Appel has volunteered to lead many extracurricular student activities at our school that provide avenues for students to develop their gifts outside of the classroom. Most notable of these is the annual middle school musical production, a tradition that Mr. Appel started at our school and has directed ever since its founding. Under his leadership, dozens of kids annually put on multiple performances of professional quality shows, providing the kids with a valuable learning experience, the community with quality entertainment, and the school with an important fundraiser. There are many more experiences I could share regarding your principal, Mr. Appel, and the influences that he's had, not only at your school, but I know him from a statewide organization And he's also very involved as a principal leader at the national level, too. I think we need another round of applause for Mr. Appel. Now here's some of the good stuff. Mr. Appel will represent the state of Wisconsin in a national Principal of the Year process and will be invited to a ceremony in Washington, D.C. this fall. The Principal of the Year plaque with a $1,000 check for your school and a $500 check towards the cost of his transportation to Washington, D.C. will be presented to Mr. Appel at the State Middle and High School Principals Convention next February at the Concourse Hotel in Madison. Once again, welcome and congratulate your Principal of the Year, Mr. Appel. Thank you very much. It's pretty cool. I got into education 27 years ago, and I didn't get into it to get this award, but I hopefully got into it. I know I got into it to have impacts and get to know all of you kids, work with some amazing colleagues. I think of the people that are your teachers, and that are teachers that I've worked with before that have retired or moved on. It's just great to be able to work with people that care as much for kids as I do. And I know kids that you don't always think that I'm Principal of the Year. There's probably times when I've had to talk to you or have tried to help you through something, but I hope that at the end of the day, when you guys are older, you realize that I care. The main thing I want to do is just help you guys through a decision or help you learn from a situation that happened. It's cool that my own kids got to be here. I don't think that they enjoyed their dad being principal all the time, but I certainly enjoyed having them in my building. My in-laws came up from Iowa today. Now I know why you showed up. I thought it was a surprise. And my lovely bride, Michelle, who's been with me since I was a junior in high school. And it's awesome that you got to take the day off to stay here too. So, guys, I'm really honored to serve as getting this award, but the biggest honor is still being your guys' principal. So I'll hopefully serve you proudly as I get to go off and talk to people about this award. And thank you, Dr. Martin, for letting me go. So again, thanks, guys.
And you had no idea.
Because I trust Ann with everything, and she lied to me. That's why.
Mr. Appel, on behalf of the Chilton Board of Education, the Chilton Administration, and the Chilton community, I want you to know we are enormously proud of you today and every day, whether you're state principal of the year, middle school principal of the year or not. nice round of applause.